Right. So I think the first time I got on stage, I was 8, and I was nervous. And get this, I'm still nervous.
Wow.
Every time I get on stage.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
Man, Mac Phelps in the building, man. What's going on?
What up? What up?
Man, it's good to have you back on the show, man. Last time we was in Dallas, man. Shout out to my barber, man. He think he done know something now.
Yep. Yep. It was fire.
It was fire.
Yeah, it was fire. I can't stop.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, listen, man. I really enjoy interviewing you, man, and just really your spirit, bro. Last time we came, when you came to Dallas, man, I got to really get to hang out with you, but I got to see you perform, bro. And I was so happy.
Yeah, that was the first time seeing you perform.
That was crazy.
Man, I enjoyed it, man. I know already how Dallas is, man. Dallas, man, hey, they love y'all, bro. I did not expect to see all that camouflage in that damn building like that.
Yeah, that was crazy. But, I mean, I love it. Big shout out to D-Town, man. It's Dallas has always been like a second home to me. I got family out there, so, you know, I've hung in Dallas. I was hanging in South Dallas, you know, Oak Cliff, all them spots, you know, I used to be everywhere. So, yeah, it's been a minute since I'd like been in Dallas kicking it like that, but it was good to see.
Wow, I you know, when I think about just the way you prepared yourself, man, you came out with the whole mask. I didn't know who you was. I say, is that Mac? That got to be Mac. You know what I'm saying? You came out with the, you know, all the camo on, man. And when you hit the stage, man, it was like you never left, bro. So, hey, man.
How did it feel?
Well, that's my alter ego. You know, sometimes I identify as the camouflage assassin.
Yeah.
You know, on stage, I identify as, you know, just Mac, you know, the rapper. But when I get off the stage, yeah, it's gone out the window.
Oh, man.
So do all rappers, or should I say, let me ask you, because I know you probably don't know about anybody else but you. Do you have to like actually psych up yourself before you go on stage? Because a lot of people will say, before I go on stage, nobody can talk to me. I gotta be in my zone. I can't, you know, do certain things. I'm trying to, you know, prepare myself to go on stage.
Right. So I think the first time I got on stage, I was 8. And I was nervous. And get this, I'm still nervous.
Wow.
Every time I get on stage until I say my first words.
Really?
Because the nervousness is more of anticipation of everything. Like you see the show in your head. I don't know about other artists, but I see everything that's going to happen in my head. I'm just, you know, got everything planned, what's supposed to happen, how I'm supposed to move. All of that stuff is already planned out in my brain. So once I hit the stage, it's like, all right, now I'm anticipating that everything is going to work the way I've seen it and visualized it. And that's where the nervousness come in. But then once I say my first words, all the nervousness is gone. I don't have a particular ritual before the show. I'm not one of them don't talk to me people, but I don't understand why those guys do that, because it takes a lot to sit down and concentrate on everything you have to do and just really to save your vocal cords for all of that yelling and all that stuff that you're going to do on stage. But I've done it for so long that it's like just go and use the restroom.
And I've seen people, who've done it for as long as you have done it and even longer, that even when they get off stage, they have to go back in that hibernation stage for at least 30 minutes first before they even talk to bring themselves down.
And I get it. I totally understand that too, because that's a lot. You know, I don't know if people are familiar with this statistic, but I've once heard that public speaking is like the #1 fear in the world. Like even people are more afraid of that than death. Like actually, you know, public speaking is what I heard. Don't know how true it is, but I get it, because not everybody is really built to get before thousands of people, you know, and that takes a lot. So yeah, I understand why those guys do that. I guess just for me, I'm a person who like to face his fears.
And with you talking about that anticipation, that the way how you envision it before you get on stage, when you get on stage you've been doing it since 8, has there ever been a time when you got on stage and things did not go the way how you anticipated it to go and you had to like?
Right. Well, never do things go the way I see it in my head.
Okay.
Never. Like you can sit there and plan and do this and jot everything down, but I mean, artistry is gonna kick in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially in hip hop. Now, you know, we're not talking about a choreographed show as far as you know, any other genre of music is concerned, but I guess when it comes to hip hop, it's always that freestyle is always the element of it. So every show that I've ever done, I've had it planned out in my head a certain way, and it never goes the way it is in my head. But it is great, and it is the way that it's supposed to be.
Wow. The thing that I heard you say a while ago was just the preparation and the voice. I remember when we here recently was behind the stage with Sean Paul. I was back there. And he kept hollering. You know, he kept warming his voice up. Then his bodyguard, which is our partner, would give him some tea to drink, and he'd drink his green tea, warm tea. And and then he'll go back and he'll start moving, and you know, while everybody else is up there performing, we backstage with him, me and him. It got to a point where it was just me and him back there, and he would just holler. Then I said, "You all right? You everything good?" I'm talking to him. He's like, "Yo," you know. So it was a thing where I had never seen nobody prepare. Like it's like God cleared the room to let me see this, and I'm like, man, this is wild. Like I never thought about it, but a lot go into your voice, just like if you was to run a race. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or like you say, certain people, they prepare different. And so I've seen that.
And that is true. I remember the Lil Louisiana Fest here in New Orleans about 2 years ago. My daughters, I took them there. And so we're backstage, and we're actually on the side of the stage because I performed at that particular Lil Louisiana Fest. And so there was this particular artist that was there whom they wanted to meet. And I won't say no names, but he was one of the biggest artists in the country. And they wanted to meet this guy, and he was literally standing right behind me. But the thing, the reason I didn't approach him for them was because he was just like, you know, in his little zone, before he walked on stage. And friends of mine who knew him was like, nah, Mac, he respects you. You could have approached him. And I was like, I didn't, because I understand what he was thinking in that moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm an artist and I know what that feel like. So I said, nah, let that brother prepare. And then he went on stage and did an amazing job.
Wow, man, it's just, like I said, man, you guys are so professional when it come down to your craft. Like I said, that's not my thing. You know, I do podcasting and a little bit of communication work, and I'm a business owner. But when it come down to this stage, you guys have mastered the art of getting up there and performing in front of, man, so many people. Like that room was filled from wall to wall, and I'm like looking at all these people, and I'm like backstage, and I'm looking, and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Even before that, I've never done that. Before I did that with y'all, I never.
That's our first time behind stage.
Nowhere. Yeah, I won't go. I don't really go out. Like I've been invited to a lot of stuff. Even this being down here, I'm the type of dude. It be like I gotta pray about it. I'm gonna go.
Right.
But I don't really just jump up like you just said earlier. I've said and just go to everything. You know what I mean? So that was big for me.
We're not young no more.
It's not young, but we're not gonna stand in no grid guard. You think about a lot of reason I don't go a lot of time because I don't know what I'm going into.
Right.
And I'm like, dang, like a lot of people ask us. I'm like, I'm not going.
It boils back down to we're not young no more, because when you're younger, you're not thinking about what we're getting into.
No.
You just get up and you go. So that's what I'm saying. It has a lot to do with age too.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna tell you, my wife don't like, she's good dealing with it because she's worked in the business for a lot of years as far as putting on events and stuff, but actually being in, the crowd that's not her thing on that side of it. And me, it's like, it's the opposite. Me, I literally sometimes just like go and be in the crowd with the feet. Right. I went to several events here without telling anybody I was going, just went.
You just be out there watching.
Be there in the crowd, just watch.
You enjoy it.
Yeah.
Do you like it better out there?
I enjoy I don't want to chop this word up. The anonymity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I enjoy the anonymity of just easing in there and just like chilling. Nobody know it, not even telling nobody nothing. Then people are, yo, I can take a picture with her. I'm like, yeah, it's all good. But a lot of times people just be shocked to see me like in the crowd, like in the thick of the crowd.
Yeah.
You know, I just sometimes it's like,
You just want to check it out from their standpoint.
man, look, I was locked up for 21 years. So sometimes I just be wanting to go be among the people. You know,
That's the
just
whole.
feel that energy.
I agree.
By the way, how I see you carry yourself, you can be in any crowd and people won't even know that it's you.
That is the whole point. That is the art of the camouflage. That is the art of the camouflage.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gon' talk.